everybody, welcome back to Shape Up. So today we have an upper body focus exercise for us today. So our first circuit, we're going to go into a squat with a front raise. So this is a hard movement, harder than it looks. We're going to be in our typical squat, feet hip width apart. All right, we're going to be coming down, and as we come down, we're going to do a front raise. Okay, so the key in this is in that squat to hold our front raise. Okay, you'll feel it in the shoulders. We want to keep our back nice and flat, and also we still want to keep our arms parallel to the floor. Going into it, we're going to do a single leg RDL with an overhead press. So we'll be on one leg. Okay, a true single leg RDL will be coming down with those weights close to our knees, trying to get that back leg parallel to the floor, coming up, bringing our knee up with our hands into an overhead press. So this is also using our core, okay? And you'll just keep doing the one leg movement. I would do 6 and switch. It's lots of balance. Some modifications will just be having our one leg back for some balance work, okay? Still the same, just using that leg for balance, coming up into our overhead, okay? And we would switch sides, hinging at the hip, in biceps in line with ear on our overhead press. Then we're going to go into a sit-up and press. So we'll be laying down on our mat. You can use a dumbbell or body weight, either way. We'll have our knees bent, feet on the floor. As we come up into a sit-up, we're going to press up overhead. So what's important in this is when we're coming up, it's really easy to use the weight as leverage to help us get up. So it's important to do the sit-up first and then press, okay? And going into circuit 2, we have inchworms. So we'll be starting up. We have up overhead. We're gonna be crouching down, crawling out into a plank, and back in. All right, and then modifications would just be starting on the floor, hands up, crawling out, and crawling in. Then we have a wide push-up. So if you do have a mat, I like to do about the width of the mat, a little wider. So in that wide push-up, it'll just be wider. That's going to activate our chest more. Trying to come all the way to the floor and up. You can come also on your knees, and you can do that on the floor as well. Then we're going to go into a renegade row. Okay, so we'll be in our plank form. You can be on your knees or feet. We want our wrist in line with shoulder, and we're going to bring that weight up to our armpit. All right, and it's like we're starting a lawnmower, keeping our hips square to the floor. Then our final circuit, we just have regular jumping jacks, okay? So just thinking like toes, keeping those arms straight. Next, we have a kneeling tricep extension. So this is a very difficult movement, okay? It doesn't look like it, but it is. So my hands are a little bit close together. There's about 5 inches in between. And we're gonna be starting on our elbows, okay? Hands flat on the floor. We're just gonna press through the palm, coming up. This is fully extending my tricep to activate that muscle, okay? And to make it easier for modifications, you would just want your glutes higher in the air, but making sure our back is flat, okay? So the more advanced is when our glutes are tucked to the floor to do this, okay? It's gonna focus a lot of tricep muscle. You'll feel it in the back of your arms. And then we go into windshield wipers. So be flat on the floor. Arms are gonna be out parallel, knees up. We want a nice 90-degree angle, and we're just gonna go back and forth like windshield wipers, okay? So the goal is not to keep our knee from touching the floor. We don't want to touch the floor, okay? So that's going to use our obliques to get our knees up. All right. And that's all I have for us, guys. Good luck. Go Pokes.